Dun, 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 dun. No. Yo. How we doing today? I can sit Indian style in my chair. Just saying. I just made the thumbnail and hit go live. I didn't even think about. First off, pods. I'll switch. I'm at to start using my AirPods. Game. This not working right. So I think after I get a paycheck here from the golf, I'm gonna have to. It, I have a good microphone. Microphone's still good. Hold up. All right, you sound like ass. Okay, good. No, hey, that's the feedback. How am I supposed to know? You know what I'm saying? I thought I'd try it out. Yeah, is that better? Is that the sweet soul cruise? You're a millionaire. Stop and buy and I am. When I say this, I'm not kidding. I play and I live my life like I have no money, like at all, like to a certain extent, right? Like I did lose like 10K last year. Obviously, if I didn't have money, I wouldn't be playing. Like I wouldn't have been able to lose 10K last year. But we played pretty. I don't want to be I don't want to be like have to do the overtime that I was doing and working the 3 jobs. We're just we're out here trying to retire. That's the goal. One day I want to retire, and I don't have the chops to build out a leg up and make that my job, and I don't have the annoyance or arrogance that made Liam popular. We get by with what we got. I felt it. And then honestly, it really wasn't even best ball. I only played. I had the baby last year, so like my play was a little bit down last year. I only got down like 6,000 last year, and I made like 2,000 back. So I only lost like 4 of it from best ball. Most of it was DFS, and honestly, I had a great football year. Look, I am a part of Run for Your Sports now. I consider myself a part of that team. I assume that I'm a part of that team in that sense. I was on the meeting the other day when they had a team meeting, so I assume I am a part of Run for Your Sports now. They have a great product, and with their own projections attached to it. First off, I won 3 or 4 showdown tournaments. Their showdown stuff is like on point. Yeah. So being a part of Run Pure Sports is amazing. It has its perks. Like I get all that stuff for free. I do know that they do run promos. So if like come football season, I know that's coming up in the next few weeks. They have monthly, I believe. If you want to run it for a month, I'm sure you can try to find one of the big heads like Big T, JSU. If you ask them, I'm sure there's like a 20% promo of like just the website, like the Discord, all the stuff that they're running, which they're going to be coming out with their own thing that doesn't even have anything to do with SaberSim. I don't know if I'm allowed to say that kind of stuff. I have no idea, but they have their own stuff coming out, and it's pretty good. It's pretty good. It even has its own like kind of lineup simulator type thing. So no, Tambo is with Ship It Nation, I believe. I believe. But it's been so long since I watched any of their stuff, and it's not even a shout at them. I mean, I'm a big fan of a lot of their guys over there. So, but what contest we're drafting tonight? We are drafting the dollar King of the Desert. ChatGPT made me. I said, hold on, let me show you what I am so not. I'm such an old person when it comes to ChatGPT. Like I don't know how all this stuff works. I don't know exactly what I'm supposed to do. Let me show you as what I typed it. I said tidy player thumbnail design. Let's see. I hit download. I said I said YouTube thumbnail of a tiny football player for a small dollar DFS contest. And I said, love this image, keep it the same, but Rufando. And it did it. I mean, that shit is crazy. Like, we are living in the future, y'all. I'm this, young guy. You ripped all 10 of your entries? Oh, we'll do another one. I'm gonna deposit 5. We'll get 2 of those and we'll do a $3 one. So if you have a $3, you may have to wait a little bit, but I need to pull up the DraftKings website and get that going. I did like 6 drafts today. It is hard. It is hard for me not to draft. I spend my day looking at this thing, just like, oh, I want to do this one, and this one. I'm like, what I need? $5. Yeah, $5 for the day. Tomorrow we'll do a $10. A $10 if I'm not hanging out with the wife or whatever. Verified deposit the $5. So we'll do 2 $1 and a $3. Where you at, NFL? Best ball. King of the Desert. All right, pull this up on the screen so I don't blindside anybody. I feel like we are. Share this tab instead. Pull it over here. No worries. I'll keep chatting while I rip a different contest. All right. Sounds good. No Cat Mac. When are you going to play? Travis, you try to get that free EV. No Cat Mac ain't going to give it to you. All right, we are in to the King of the Desert qualifier. Yeah, I'm a little bit behind on these ones. I want to get ahead on that, and then I'm trying to get caught up a little bit. I've been doing so much over on Underdog, I haven't been able to really focus. And I don't know, man. I'm trying to attack Underdog Best Ball Mania to hit the leaderboard. Like, I need to do more research into season long best ball stuff. Like, I need to go back, subscribe to the Fanspeak Network stuff, and look what they did to attack the stuff last year, because they had some pretty good success. If it wasn't for injuries, I'm pretty sure Meg would have won it all, or at least been in the top 5. I think, in my opinion, I cheered for her team the entire time. You know what? I cashed in Underdog last year. Let me see if I can pull that up on Marathon. I did 2 teams, 3 teams. I don't remember how many I did. Maybe it was just 1. Oh, they always messaging. Let's see here. Dot 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 dot. Results. NFL. Let's see here. I could have sworn I won in the. Didn't I win? I mean, I know I did a marathon, so we're. I don't know how long this $1 is going to take to fill up. So while we're doing that, we'll look at this. Share this tab instead. Did I win $10? Gauge 8. I don't think I had any success. So I don't do enough. Like when you win $2, $22, you do 10 drafts. And I won this. I won. Oh, there it is. I didn't win anything. I thought I won money. No, I won money. What are we talking about here? I had 21.79. That's how do you look at the overall? I'm pretty sure I did. I made money. I can't remember what I got, but I made money last year on marathon. Okay, on weekly winners, I won. Let's see, how much I won something on week 1 or week 2. Oh, so week 1, I won $22. I'm like, your boy is going to make a bunch of money. Let's see here. My middle name is Free EV. That's what was the first thing I learned when I started flying the BBN flag. You're telling me apparently I'm Free EV. I'm ripping the $7 tutty. That's the only thing that has 20-second clocks. Drive against the DK crowd on 20 seconds clocks. I'm already in my draft though, Jarvis. I'll check you later. Felix, I've already drafted my 10 King of the Desert in this qualifier. I don't know what to tell you. You can wait with everybody else. Apparently, I was the last one. And I need to get mine in. I don't know when I'm going to do it. So I gotta get my reps in, guys. I've only done. Let's see here. I've only done like 220 drafts this year. I can't imagine telling myself, "Oh, you've only done 200 drafts? What a joke! What a joke of a player." Another top forward pick. I'll take it. Jamar Chase. Thanks for taking JSN. Oh, I wish I had a. How much is it? How much is a soda? Amazon. Amazon's got to have it. I want a soda dispenser for my Coke Zero. Coke Zero soda dispenser. I don't know. It's just spelled dispenser. I think I spelled it correctly. This is not what I was looking for, guys, but it is very interesting. Have you guys ever seen this? Well, let me pull this up. Share this tab instead. Have you guys ever seen a soda dispenser? I've never seen this before. Install the holder first. Upside down to install it. Make an air hole. Finished. Now, how lazy are we? I mean, I'm lazy looking for one of these, but Jesus, who invented this? What in the world? This is incredible. It's got to be cheap if it's only $8.99. You know what I mean? Well, I like that. That looks nice. Back to the business. Back to business. Back to business. I saw nothing on X earlier today, so I'm assuming nothing happened other than people that they reported at camp. Lamb is an awful round 1 pick. JJ and Genty are clear easily. I don't know what it is, but I'm starting to get the ick about Genty. I think he's amazing, and I don't want to fade him, so I'm not going to. But it's just something about his situation that just reminds me, like, hey, you guys remember how awesome Kenneth Walker was, and he didn't play him because they wanted him fresh for the playoffs. Yeah. What if they want to hold on to Genty for either the playoffs push or something, or for next year, so that, or wait for Mendoza? Like, what if he's in a timeshare early because they don't want to ruin him for no reason, kind of thing? That kind of stuff worries me. Yo ho, life. Oh, we're gonna do that right now. No, we'll wait. We'll wait. We're gonna adjust the ranks after we get back. After round 1 of drafting. Dun, 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 dun. Ja'Marr Chase. No. Dude, if something happens to Ja'Marr Chase or Brock Bowers, like, just know that my season is cooked. It is absolutely cooked. What was my cash teams for that? So Justin Fields went off week 1. Derrick Henry went for 28 points. Keon Coleman went for 21 points. Dalton Kincaid went for 12 points. Those were the big hitters. Debo went 19. Garrett Wilson went 19, which essentially means these guys did absolutely nothing in the second half of this second week on season, part of the season. There was a lot of weeks I came close, but I just didn't cash. Now that I'm not taking ETN, and not that you have to have a stand, and I won't have a specific stand, but I've been thinking, like, what players other than ETN do I like? And I was thinking about it, looking about it in the ranks and whatnot. And I did a couple drafts today, and not that, like, I already have a ton of Ladd McConkey, and I drafted Ladd McConkey today when this happened, but I'm going to try to take take Nico here, because what in the world? It's pick 22 versus pick 28. What was I gonna say? But I want to like a running back in this range, and I just don't like Jeremiah Love and whatnot. So I think I'm getting closer to the point where I'd rather have. And I was talking to Dylan about this. Like, I feel comfortable with 3 quarterbacks, right? I feel comfortable, but I kind of feel like, what if I went Josh Allen in my 3rd round in every draft, and then only when I got Justin Herbert would I go 3 quarterbacks, only because they both have week 7 buys. So if I draft another quarterback with the week 7 bye, that is the only time I go 3rd quarterback. Like, not that I would need to, but like, just for the security of having, that 3rd quarterback. The 3rd quarterback might be a little bit later or something, like a CJ Stroud type. Only if I take somebody with the week 7 bye, and then I can switch to a nice 2-8-8-2 build every time, and I can give a massive edge on, like, if I get a Brock Bowers 2nd round and a Josh Allen 3rd round with a dominant 1st round player, and I have nothing but studs at the rest of my positions, or not studs, but like quantity at the other positions, I feel like I can dominate. That's what I'm currently thinking about. And I don't feel like I have to correlate, but if I am going to correlate a player with Josh Allen, it's gonna be Dalton Kincaid, and I'll just smash my double tight end. If I don't get an elite with like Brock Bowers, I can get Mark Andrews and Dalton Kincaid, or or some combination of Mark Andrews, Brock Bowers, Chig, some combination of those tight ends that I really like. And maybe a throw in a third. I'll have that option, because I won't take a third quarterback that often. Yeah, Daniels, Herbert, Trev, Allen all have week 7 buys. Week 11 is another tough bye week. Yeah, I haven't really had an issue with buys, to be honest with you. The only time I do is when I try to pair up Herbert with one of the other ones, but I usually get Joe Burrow, who has a week 6 bye, and I usually get Jackson Dart, who has a week 8. So I guess those are quarterbacks I can always look to. Ho, ho, ho. Yeah, I did 10 lineups into the weekly winners, which is $100. And after winning $22, I was like, if I win $22 every week, I'm going to come out a positive ROI. Little did I know that the whole season was going to flip on its head, and I did not have the horses. Dreaming of a white Christmas. I love Luther Burden, but I don't know. I'm a little nervous not getting Caleb there on the way there, since I'm going to be grabbing Joey B here, which is kind of crazy that no other quarterback gets drafted till round 5, and sometimes not even round 5. I don't know if the LFC of the NFL won't be up. Well, shit. That's 9 picks past ADP. If I don't get Joe Burrow, I don't get Joe Burrow. It is what it is. I'm sorry. Not passing on that. It's just silly. What was I going to say? He normally goes here. You know what I'm saying? Just got him here. It's wild. I was going to show you guys the MMA hub that we have at RPS. Share this tab instead. Now, I'm not, going to show you everything and whatnot, but you can build lineups. You can build 20 lineups and whatnot. It's got everything you need from a SaberSim. So, like, they got all this stuff, and you know what I'm saying? Like, and they're constantly throwing out discounts and everything. If you guys do ever sign up, please say that I sent you or you're signing up because of me. I think I get like I don't know what I get, but I'm assuming I'm gonna get some kind of pat on the back / I don't know. I don't know if there's any monetariness to it, but I will just say this: they are legit some of the best projectors of stuff and whatnot. Joe Burrow got picked. Who took Joe? Did he have Higgins? All right, he had Higgins. Well, absolutely worth it. It's okay. We're gonna hope to get Jayden Daniels here. If we get Jayden Daniels and Caleb, like, that'd be cool. After watching quarterback I enjoyed that show. I need to switch back over. Show step said, after watching quarterback, I'm back in. I'm back on the Daniels bus. Like, yeah, he got bumped on the arm. It looked. I mean, I paused it because I had this. I didn't. I work. I have kids. I don't get to watch all the games anymore. It looked disgusting. Disgusting. I feel like when I say something like that, I feel like the guy from Bad Boys. Not Bad Boys. Bad Guys. No. What was the name of that movie? Bad Guys? No. Was it Bad Boys? Bad Guys? No. Bad Heroes. Bad Heroes. Show. The Boys. I don't know why. I couldn't think of it. The French guy from The Boys. Frenchie. I don't know. I forget his name. It's a good show. If you guys ever watch The Boys, it is a little vulgar and X-rated for sure, but it's got a good show. A lot of people don't like, some things and whatever, but I can see past things, I guess. Now we are building out an amazing zero RB team. I don't know what running backs are gonna be my running backs, but feeling pretty good. We're feeling pretty good about what has currently been built on this team. All different bye weeks 6, 7, 8, 10, and 13. Kind of incredible. Ho, ho, ho. Are you going to take Jordan Tyson or Jaden Daniels? If you take Jaden Daniels, you're a terrible person. So what do you have? You already have no quarterbacks. Yeah. You don't need anything in particular, so you're a wild card. You're a wild card. Dun, 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 dun. I like the show with heroes. Save the cheerleader. Save the universe. Oh, someone took Caleb. Who took Caleb? Why'd you take Caleb? Let's see here. You had nothing to kick Caleb for. You didn't get Rome. You didn't get Loveland. Oh well. Hell. Yeah. So Chris Johnson has ALS, which is an absolute killer of a disease. My grandma had it. It is absolutely heartbreaking to watch somebody like as smart as my grandmother was, have it, and it like how fast you deteriorate as almost as a human. And I don't know if she had just been diagnosed or she hadn't been diagnosed yet, but it was like days later, like a month later or two, when I heard the diagnosis. I didn't realize that was what was going on with her. I had recently, my car had just recently broken down. My grandpa wasn't doing well either. He came down with dementia, which is kind of crazy that they both got something, and they were in their 60s, I guess, 70s. Like, or they weren't that old. Like they were retirement age, but they weren't that old. It felt like, it's 18. I can't. I don't know if I doing the math, but like they were just like recently retirement age, and he immediately got dementia, and she got ALS, and I was just out there, and like all of a sudden she's like cooking, right? Like she's trying to be a cool grandma, even though her cooking was questionable at best, already, and it's just like she wasn't really able to talk at all, like her tongue was just like was all of a sudden just like fat. You know what I'm saying? Like it just didn't work. And apparently that's just like how it takes you, and it sucks. So all those ice challenges, it did hit closer to home. It did. And the famous was it baseball? Famous people with ALS was a Lou Gehrig's disease. He was in my fraternity, not like my specific fraternity. Obviously, he's like a lot older than me, but he was a Phi Delt, and so that's what we would raise awareness for. So weirdly, before all the ice bucket challenges, that's what we were raising awareness from when we were at and when I was in college. It was for Lou Gehrig's disease, and yeah, it sucks, man. It just sucks. One of my favorite fantasy players. Even though I was like, I'm gonna I'm gonna play Lendell White over him. What a mistake! But that was when I started really getting into fantasy. Like it was like he was like a big part of it, a big like key person. I was like, oh man, I was completely wrong about him. Right, but like I liked the offense. I liked him, but I liked the big guy more. I was a big guy. I was a chubby chaser. And so I was all about Lendell White, partially because I was a fan of like that USC team in general. That was like the Matt Leinart, I believe, Reggie Bush. I believe that was that part of that squad. Lendell White. Played alongside what players? College. Yeah, he played it with Reggie Bush and Matt Leinart. That's what I thought. But, sometimes your memory is not correct. Yeah. And I guess it's because I was raised by my grandma. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's always tougher to someone you're close with because my mom was working 3 jobs. So, somebody had to watch us. And so my grandma watched us a lot. She was a teacher, which trying to get away with shit. And I was not a good student at all. I was amazing. My grades are always good because I was like a good test taker. But I was not a great student. We will say that. So didn't get Burrow. We can still pick that up. So we don't need backs here. We should get Rico here. So we got Pollard, Chubbard. We got Rico. Like we're building out a solid handcuff running back room. Not handcuff, but Tony Pollard should have the thing to himself for the most part. Chuba should, hold it down for a little bit before Brooks takes over. Dowdle should kind of get a role in Pittsburgh. Like those could be like one injuries away, and the whole workload is theirs, and it's amazing. Pollard could easily get the workload just because the coaching staff has changed, and even though they've changed and they don't have any loyalty to him, he's 100% their best running back, and maybe they can actually scheme up something where he doesn't have to break a 50-yard long run to have success. We were convinced that ALS had something to do with the aspartame in sodas and stuff like that. Because my grandma drank a Diet Coke like, every day, which now I'm out here drinking Coke Zero. So what am I? I'm not any better. And I'm pretty sure it also has the aspartame in it. Yeah, it is what it is. I at least need to get to a spot in my life where I'm down to a healthier weight. The goal right now is 250 by the end of this month, and then I want to be down to 220 by the end of this year. If I get down to 220, and then next year down to 200, 205, that would be ideal. I don't think my body can handle anything below that right now. I was struggling with that when I was running marathons, so I don't know if I can do below 200, but I have a very wide frame. By the way, I just saw the actor, which I didn't even watch the movie, but it was like the Backrooms movie. The actor that played the big, tall, scary thing at the very end of the movie, which I don't know anything about the movie or what I'm currently describing, but I saw a cutscene on Twitter and I was like, oh, that dude's like super tall. Like I thought it was just CGI. That was a real dude. And that was if you look up like the tall actor in Backrooms or whatever the movie was called, the dude is like 7'6", Okay, what if I take both running backs from Carolina and then just benefit from having both of them at a crazy ADP discount at this current moment? That way, I have Tony Pollard. He's rocking solid, nothing crazy, solid number one running back rooms. And then I get at least, solid production from my RB2. I will have something coming from RB2. And then Rico, if he gets a good handle on the job, he gets a workload. And now we're good at running back. Like, not that we're done, but like that's obviously not our craziest, weakest spot. It is our weakest spot, but not like our craziest spot. It's like not that out of the realm that it can't produce. Our wide receiver room is bar none top notch. Chase, Terry, Nico, Burden. That's nice. Burden at the flex. Topanga, shadity boo, chitty bois. Bum, bum, bum. Bum, bum, bum. Dun, dun, dun. What we got? Sunday, week 17, Battle Royale. How much is that to enter? $7 in entry, but $200. I lost $160 that day. Yeah, I'll take Golden or JSN. Big Mr. Bill, but we'll take Golden. Big discount, 9 picks. Which means Krosky won't be there when it gets back, but that's okay. That's okay. Share this tab instead. So let's see here. How did I do? Battle Royale this year. This is week. I think this might have been week 7. Yeah, week 17. We did not do well. And, we had a good performance there. But Devontae Smith against the Bills. Ugh. Tough scene. Wait. Breece Hall was only 9% drafted. What is everybody thinking? What ended up winning it? Who won? Shit, yeah, something. Drake May. Yeah, nothing crazy. Just had Ramondre in there. I would have never drafted Ramondre, so I had no shot at winning it. Did 2 drafts on Christmas coin toss. Clearly, some bad teams. I don't even remember what happened on Christmas. Josh, yeah, when you're playing Josh Johnson, you got no shot. What did he win with? Dak, yeah, Bill. What else did we play? Battle Royale 16. All my winnings that I get from Best Buy, I just put them into the Battle Royales. $30. What was this team? Solid team. Got sucked off by. Did I miss my pick? No, I'm not even close. God damn it! Like you try to. Oh, in that game, Amon Ra, the last place, the last play of the game, Amon Ra catches it, and it looked like he scored, but then he's like trying to toss it back so that they can keep the play moving. Let's see here. What is this one? Engage it. How did I do in some of those big board qualifiers? I didn't do well last year, but we got some money back. Herbert, J.J. McCarthy was on that squad. Matthew Stafford. Puka. Pat Bryant. See, that's what got me through to the finals, man. A lot of Pat Bryant. Badge Bros, I qualified. Advanced 6 BBM or 4 BBMs. All right, we're back over here. About on the clock. Take Stroud. I think that's right on ADP. Dun, 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 dun. I did like seeing Cam Ward in his like element. I do think he's going to have a really good bounce back season. What was the OPI game between Pitt and Detroit? What was the offensive pass interference call? I don't remember. Let's see here. Detroit versus Pitt NFL game recap. Go to the last 2 minutes. So 27 seconds. Roll out. Easy touchdown. They scored with 22 seconds left. Pass interference on the offense. Hold on, I should pause this. Here, take it forever. Okay. Do we on Isaac Tesla and push them back? They didn't even show it. So let's go ahead and rewind it. Where's Tesla? Oh, that's some bull shit. His teammate, the Pittsburgh teammate, was pushing him into him. You can't call that. You cannot call that. It had no effect on the play. The play was he got beat. He was beat by 12 yards. That pick did not even offend him. And he didn't even pick him. That was the defender had hands on him. You can't call that. It's a BS call. Oh, that's terrible. Oh, that was awful. Terrible call. I got Keaton Mitchell here. Probably should have grabbed Strange as the tight end, but felt pretty good about grabbing. I mean, I do have one of the greatest tight ends to walk this earth, so I'm not too worried about it. We're going to definitely grab one more. Gosh, that was a terrible call. And then next play, 4th and goal. He looked like he scored, and then he throws it back to Jared Goff, and they score the touchdown, but they didn't call it. But they should have called it a touchdown, and they should have replayed the down. Oh, ho, ho. And prayers out to Adam Levitan. He's not going to watch this. Why would he? You know what I'm saying, kind of thing. But prayers for that guy. He has cancer, but it's benign. But they're going to go get surgery on his throat, which could cause him to potentially lose his voice. Which the percentages were fairly small, but anytime you got to go underneath the knife, and you never know. One of my favorites anime artists, or I don't know what you want to call him. He let's see if I can find this and you guys can. Red versus blue. Epic fight. The guy that created this video, I'm on the clock, so give me a second. Perfect. Mendoza fell to me. That's exactly what I wanted. Let's see here. The guy that created this animation, this was a lot better back in the day. It was, you could see that they used Halo stuff, but then they created this extra animation stuff. And it just gets absolutely wild. Like, the guy that created his name was Montiel. He went into for like just basic surgery, and he ended up dying because like something went wrong while he was under anesthesia, and I don't know if he had an allergic reaction or something happened, and the guy went and died. So I'm sorry, this is a heavy death episode, but it is what it is. That's just part of life. But yeah, so anytime, and that it hit a little close on this today because my daughter had to have anesthesia to get one of her caps put in, and she got her tooth pulled, and she screamed, so they had to put her under this time. And like, you don't know until you know. And she had a heart murmur when she was little, so like we were a little nervous, putting her under, but you got to do what you got to do, and it's nerve-wracking, being a parent now. Have to worry about those little things that could turn into huge things. Talk and Brock. Talking on some Brock or or you could take him, whatever. I didn't want him anyway. We'll get another wide receiver here to match up with him. I don't mind that. And if he hits, he hits. He doesn't have to. We have Terry. I want to see if my headset works for like videos like this. because it didn't work for the video games, but it may just work other. Okay, so it works everything but video games, but it worked the other day. Hmm. Make sure it's still on Quadcast. Logitech. Okay. God damn. About to turn up this fan. I am boiling right now. I trust in God, my Savior, the one who will never fail. DoorDash. I haven't been on DoorDash in months. Months. In fact, I'm actually curious when my last order was. I've been a customer since April 2019. When was the last time I ordered? I ordered 7-Eleven and I ordered a drink. So that kind of sounds like I ordered something to do this show, which is kind of funny. So April 8th. That was the fifth month. So it's been 2 months, right? April. Hold on. We're in July. We went to all the June. When was it? May. April. April 8th. So it's been, it's been some time. But right before I stopped, I ordered April 8th, April 1st, March 26th, March 13th, like, like 2 to 3 times a month. Nothing like crazy. I'm not like ordering every day. One was a chocolate shake and a McCrispy sandwich. I ordered twice on that day. Hold up. Hold up. We rich. Do I have a tight end? No. Are we gonna just rock one tight end? Maybe. You ain't gonna see me fourth quarterback. I trust in God. Savior. Damn, these 20-second clocks in the $7 Teddy contest make this draft fly fast. I can't even. I mean, I do 20-second clocks when I do, when you do underdog, right? But it ain't for me. There's too many technical difficulties I've been going through. By the way, my internet was going in and out, all day today. I was doing drafts. It happened 2 or 3 times where it cut me out and made me so mad. I am not a fan of internet not working for me. I am not a fan. $50,000 on 400 insane packs. I watched this Asian dude. I watched like 3 people open packs. One's an Asian dude, and he's just open. I don't know if he just got like. Again, I spend like I don't have any money. And I see these people spend so much money. I'm like, how much money do you guys make? Because it is wild. You're out here dropping loads of cash. We're gonna take Kate Otten. Nice little ADP fall. I don't take a lot of them. Probably not bad to have them on some teams, even if this isn't a milli maker. God, I wish this was a milli maker. It'd be nice. He's Yes, like a whole bunch of a lot of different boxes. I'm gonna watch that one. That's my kind of thing. We're gonna do one more, and since nobody's commented that they're in this draft, and that's your fault for not saying anything beforehand, I'm gonna go ahead and let this auto draft the last couple rounds, and we're gonna jump into the next lobby. I trust in God, the Savior, the one who will never. We're gonna do the $3. We're gonna do the $3 next, in case I get tired and we don't want to stay up, kind of thing. And it sounded like everybody was down to do a $3 DK qualifier. I'm not wasting my play actions on non-content, not the non. You guys know what I'm talking about? The non. What am I trying to say? The non-ticketed ones, like the promos. There's constantly running promos for the play action, so I'm not doing any play action just because I know I'm going to get my free winning boost things for that. But if you guys are ready, I'll take one person saying they are ready to jump in, and as soon as I see that, I will jump in. All right, let's see who's opening. He's opening up Bowman. $50,000. Oh, those are pretty. Meow. Okay, jumping in 3, 2, 1. All righty. We are 2 of 12. So this could take a while to fill up. Let's see what has been going on here. He said, I will be leaving my basement to draft in the Las Vegas event with MB Fantasy Life Crew 820 to 822. That sounds kind of boring to me, but do what you gotta do. Telling Americans, sorry, you have to stop eating a salad would be going to a fantasy convention and telling guys to stop having sex. RPS says, don't draft a quarterback on a losing team. Got it. Average final. Hold on. Let's see here. What did I just? Where was I? Okay, let's share this tab instead for just a little bit while we wait for that to get filled up. Average final regular season win percentage of the NFL teams that rostered a top fantasy score, 21 to 25. A mark of 0.5 is league average. I don't know what I'm looking at. Stat says I would have thought RB in a positive game scripts would be better. Definitely not drafting Drake May this year. They were freaking 4-13 this year. Wait, what? I think he was in a coma for a year. Drake May definitely did not go. Oh, he's saying. I think you have to understand that he's saying like if you draft ones that are going to be on winning teams, separates you. Let's see here. There's potential overlay, in the horizon of best ball. Let's see here, did anybody else sign up? I can't look at it. It's not letting me look at it. But there it is. Oh yeah, it looks like there's more people. 5 of 12. 5 of 12. %36% in the DK Millie, which yesterday was at 35. So, yeah, they're moving on it. They're moving on it. Entries needed per day. Man, they got 7,000. Not too shabby. So if they did 7,000, which I think they're going to get a lot, obviously, that last week. I think it fills. If not, it's super close. Like not to. It won't be crazy like it was the one year where I advanced like an extra 10 teams or whatever. And they did something crazy apparently the year that I wanted. They were just like giving out tickets. I already had maxed it, so it wasn't like I could go back and get free tickets because apparently they were just handing them out like it was candy, I guess. But oh, we got ourselves a pretty good team, it looks like. What's going on that in baseball? He hit, run, doubles, 2 RBIs for C. Mead. Let's see here. Fresh this. Still 5 of 12. We're probably gonna play till 11:30. Let's go ahead and order a drink off DoorDash. I don't think it's gonna be the end of the world. Thirsty. You know what? My wife says I can have one of her Mountain Dews again. I'm gonna go do that real quick. I don't know why I put the headset on like somebody was talking to me. What else is going on in the world of Twitter X? X. Gonna give it to you. That's my champion right there for sure. Oh no. Let's see. Cooking in this PPR. Oh, did they add the PPR? Oh, I did terrible week 1 last year. I want to show you guys that. I don't know why I want to show you guys how bad I did, but I do. Didn't I do it? I did 25 drafts and I won $30. The drafts are $7 a piece, and I made back $1 per draft here. Oh, I'm still listening to him. Let's see. Did we get anybody? You guys go ahead. Feel free to jump into the $3 M $3 3M King of the Desert qualifier. Yeah. As I doing, I was pulling up Underdog real quick. Share this tab instead. as you know, I don't typically max enter any of these, and I've had success winning, big bouts of money but without maxing it. But I did 25 last week one, and I did not have success. Which is, it's kind of funny that I won $30 off 25 entries, and I did 10 weekly winners, and I made almost the exact same amount while spending a lot less money. What do we do here? What, it's 78 drafts. Yeah, 755. Dun, dun, dun. On 500 bucks, we got 30th place. What did we win here? We had a Janie Daniels team. Oh, Achan. Puka, man, killing me. Puka. Maybe that's why I faded him last year. If you would have done anything, look how fucking massive this team was. 36, 28, 36, 31, 14 from a tight end. Nothing from Puka. Oh. All right, I was just good. Look at it. No, I ain't gonna look at it. And then, what was it, 2 weeks earlier? We did 15 drafts. One 4K. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We are at 10 people of 12. We have 2 more spots available in the $3. $177. Oh, how close I was, guys. How close. And I only did 15. You'll see, like, I almost never max it. I feel like if I was a regular maxer, I'd have a better shot of, these big wins. What I do here? Oh, this is like my BBM. This is a terrible BBM year. This year I had, I advanced quite a few. BBM 5. Wait, is that last year? No, it was 2 years ago. How did I do? No, I advanced. I only did 10 teams last year. We had some success, and looks like we were close in quite a bit. Looks like a lot of third places. A lot of third places. Never max. So we came out a little bit positive here and there, but week one that first year we made an okay amount. Look at that. 26 drafts, $20,000 won. We're just out here waiting for the best ball qualifier number 6 to fill. So if you guys need to fill it, you guys feel free to jump in. Just reminiscing about old wins. Lamar Jackson, Isaiah Likely. The kicker was him. Like, they don't show percentages on these old ones. He wasn't owned in anything. Yeah. That was a nice win. It was a nice win. And I won it by, in my head, a landslide. You got all these people playing, and I beat you by 5 points. That's a landslide. It wasn't even close. But yeah, I can't get myself a dog bowl win, man. That's all I really want. I want to go to the dog bowl. I just want to go to a live event. I don't care DK. I don't care if it's, I don't care what it is. I just want to get back to a live event. That's why I'm doing all these tournaments. I'm not doing the pup cup or the pop up cup or whatever it's called. I don't. That's not doing it enough for me. Other famous people: John Hopkins, Zach Brandon, died in 2021. Broadway roles: Aaron Lazar, never. Oh, Steve Gleason, which is kind of crazy that he's still alive, I believe. Stephen Hawking, I didn't know he had. I knew he had something crazy. I didn't know it was ALS. SpongeBob SquarePants, who died in 2017, he had it. Kenneth Mitchell had it. Known for Star Trek Discovery. Killing Me Softly. Killing Me Softly. I need to hear that song. That's a good song. Killing me softly with this song. Killing me softly with this song. I'll stick to drafting. Me down. How old is the song? When did that song come out? A song composed by Charles Fox, blah, 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 1971. But it was made popular again in the 1996. Very cool. CD Lamb. See, how do you not pass? You gotta pass up on Genti here to take. No, we gotta take it. We gotta take it. It just makes sense. Take Genti. By the way, so my algorithm, the next thing past the other thing that I was like showing you guys, of it was it was a dude getting beat up. So did Tony not make it? Who made the finals? Can someone explain to me who made the finals of So You Can Think It Out? I mean, I'm pretty sure as far as I understand that, Emo Cowboy did not make it based off what I was understanding. But did PPR Tyler also get kicked off? Didn't quite understand. I was watching my children today while my wife took the daughter to get the dentist. How much are our things? Subscriptions, plans, and prices. That's what I want to know. So if you want to do without SaberSim, Freeview, Weather Edge, free articles, email updates. You can do weekly too. RPS bets, which I know we're getting a company to handle all that. If you just want to do Discord and members only Discord, all sports, DFS playbook, core plays, predator projections, the boom report. I mean, hold up. Sports specific. Best ball only, best ball rankings, live shows. I wouldn't get the best ball yet. I probably wouldn't with the hub. The hub isn't working just yet. I think next year they're going to have that fully fledged out, and it'll definitely be worth it, especially since World Cup's already finished. But football, $99 for a season pass. Though, what if that's going to come with the hub? Oh, there you go. Pure. Did I miss any picks? I did. ETN. That's okay. It's going fast. You guys drafted fast. The other one took forever. Well, better be checking this out. I probably would have taken ETN anyways. But take neighbors. I know I could take but take my injured guys on these other contests where it's all or nothing. Take the highest upside. I have to assume that ETN's going to take the job and make it his. What was that? I was looking at the pricing. So what is this for? So sports specific. If you want to get all of the, I don't understand. Oh, so if you just want to do just NFL and just NFL stuff, I mean, that's pretty good. I know it's a lot of money, like up front, $300, like that's not bad. And like, you get SaberSim Core, which I guess is probably like a limited version of it. I don't really quite understand how the SaberSim stuff, but it's not bad. $300 per month, $78 or $300 for the season, $78 a month. Like if you did that for 1 month, like you just wanted to try it out, see what it's about, like it's not bad. Get your foot in the door. I mean, we're out here spending, that's 3 drafts. You get player projections, you get showdown content. And I know like there's other people that do pretty well in preseason, but like they got some pretty good people in the preseason as well. 100 in total, 50 total SaberSim NFL lineups. Like, that's pretty awesome. I know that like I'm shilling over there, but like, and I don't know if I get anything for showing people and getting them over there, but that's pretty good. Like I can't remember how much I was paying when I was paying to go like get the Stochastic guys stuff. I like I like all of them over there. So that there's, I mean, I owe Josh like I feel like my life, my whole career over there. You know what I mean? I I think they're amazing over there at Stochastic, and I like their product. But after having the year I had this past year, it was my best year since winning the $1 million. Like since that year that I went, so like the last 3 years, I've been using other people's stuff, and I haven't had any success. This past year, I did have RPS's projections, and I obviously I did the show, so it kind of helped me get ready for a lot of it. But like doing those kinds of things and being around that environment and all their bets and all their stuff that they put out there, they're like next to nobody. Their stuff is cream of the crop. You know what I'm saying? Like it doesn't get any better over there. All these quarterbacks falling, man. Not falling enough. Is there any good running backs? Take him. What you got going on here, Dylan? What you got? What you got? JSN, Derrick Henry, She Rice, T. Higgins, T Mac. T Mac in the middle of the fifth is wild. What a great pick. Great pick. Saving the saving the draft by taking Burrow away from Chase. I came away watching Joe Flacco playing those games in the QB show, saying how much I like Mitchell Tinsley. He's back on my clock now. As I've talked about, Noah Thomas is my guy. He is the underrated Week 17 guy that nobody's drafting. Again, last year I was on Andrew Armstrong as one of my guys. In the last round that nobody's ever heard of. Him and Pat Bryant, which people started to get acquainted to Pat Bryant after he got drafted in the third round to the Broncos. Nobody else had even really been talking about him. T at 43 and Ted at 54 is seeming way too juicy. Yeah, 100%. You made a perfect selection there. And then to get Burrow to fall all the way back to you, that's kind of crazy in a DK draft. Like I was saying, yeah. I already forgot what I was saying, actually. What was I saying? I don't know if I was saying anything about my things. I don't know, but this seems premium NFL content. You get late slam, late swap, you get boom report, cheat sheets and player tools, player projections, the core plays. Core plays is like if I don't really know exactly what I want to play, I'll take a combination, or maybe I'll take like a majority own and I'll play like I want the best three lineups with these players on it, and it'll give it to me, kind of thing. With his song, killing me softly with this song. See here. take T-Law. Don't have anything to go with him, but great quarterback. Listening to Shares tab instead.
No, I'd rather not say. But we got. I don't know. It was Alec. Yeah, when Alec got cut, when Alec got released, he came down and planted a wanted poster right on the wall. As soon as he was released, and boom, there it is. I'm like, okay. We'll get him. And then literally, Alec got done, and he's like, he puts the wanted for Keaton. I'm like, Mike, I just don't know if he's going to get, if they're not going to tender him. Like, we'll see. If he doesn't get tendered, we'll go after him. So, but he didn't get tendered.
That's a pretty good sign that he's going to be a pretty used Charger here soon. That's pretty exciting. Pretty exciting for my Chargers. Pretty exciting that he wanted Ingold. Why do you want Ingold? Because we're going to run the shit out of that ball, boys. Oh, that's going to be beautiful. I didn't grab any Chargers this round, but if you look at my exposures, they're littered in there. They're not, they're not under 10%. They are 10% or more for the most part. And I feel like that's only like all these things that he wants for the run game is only going to make Herbert's life easier. Like people don't understand, like, yeah, he wants to run the ball, blah, blah, blah. And they're not going to pass that much. And when they do, blah, 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 it's like, it doesn't matter. Like when Herbert's going to throw the ball, it's going to be amazing because everybody's going to be biting on the run. Everybody's going to be like, oh, we're too scared of the run. So it's going to leave these huge plays and huge opportunities for a lad who gets open, and it's going to leave huge plays for QJ. So like these quick, catch and run type plays, like they're going to look amazing this year. If you're not drafting Chargers, you are not going to be making money this year. You got to draft some Chargers. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. If you don't draft Chargers, you might as well just throw away your money. I'm not saying what Chargers because I think there could be, you could pick the wrong ones, but draft our third quarterback here. Feel good about my three quarterbacks. T-Law doesn't go with anybody. We'll try to hit Strange up. If we don't get Strange, it's no big deal. But there's still Strange. There's still Travis Hunter. Yeah. There's still guys. So there's no big deal. Jacoby Myers still available here. If Ricky P dicks it back to me, I'm taking Ricky if he makes it to 112. I don't expect him to. Oh, man. Yeah, Ricky goes. That's too bad. That's too bad, folks. Ooh. Wait, hold up. Jacoby Myers went, damn you. I'll take Harold Fannin. Easy. Swish. The crowd goes wild. I don't know how to exit this. Okay. $45 points, 10 assists, the first 40-10 in WNBA history. Caitlin Clark is her. Angela Reese, who? I mean, you know what I'm saying? Dude, if you don't think that she is, if you don't understand that Caitlin Clark is the GOAT of female basketball, yeah, there's legends that have done stuff, right? But nobody brings the energy that Caitlin Clark does. That is the only female athlete that I want to watch. I don't even want to watch it, but I'll catch the highlights and I enjoy them. She is something to watch. And her teammate's not that bad looking. She's not bad on the eyes. You know what I'm saying? I can't think of her name right now, but she's been all over my timeline. And I do not mind it. Do not mind it. Happily married, but don't mind. Just brings a light. Sophie Cunningham, yeah, don't mind. She's easy on that. See what I'm saying? Like, and she's funny. Like, there's something about having some humor in WNBA basketball. Like, you ain't gonna mess with me. Don't you point at me, and then she points at her. That's that kind of person. Don't tell me what to do. I'm gonna do the exact opposite. Just like everybody's been drafting these running backs, and so I'm like, everybody's drafting running backs. I'm gonna figure out how to draft the best wide receiver teams. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's how I look at it. Like, you're saying I can't do something. I want to prove to you so bad that I can do it, even if I don't believe it. Like, that's the kind of person I am. I don't know about you guys. I almost forgot what team I was drafting here. I was like, did I have a Jaden Daniels team? That was the last one. So I can't draft too many teams on stream. I forget what I'm drafting. KC Concepcion, which is Concepcion is the C in KC Concepcion. Oh, Cunningham. Delete that tab. I don't know why. Like, I know why I have so many tabs. Let's see. Let's do the tab look. And we know Dylan out here, Mr. Spunky himself, Spunky 3300 out here. We know Dylan. We're on his channel last Friday, actually. Drafted a couple winners, or drafted a winner there. I don't think we drafted one team. Yeah, we talked for so long before and after. I almost forgot what we saw. Or we talked about it when we did. Matt Arbuckle out of the one hole. So when I looked up, when I searched his name, so I'm not like, this is what I found on Instagram. Very interesting. He's an artist. Gee, I would never be able to do any of this. I could draw a stick figure at the best. Good job, Matt. I'm gonna follow you. Dun, 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 dun. How many we got 3 quarterbacks. Do. Hold up. Did somebody take Strange? No. So I just didn't see it. Hold up. Where you at, Strange? I'm not losing out on Strange here. I know those are your guys, Mr. Dylan. I know they're your guys, but this round they're my guys. Ooh, I like what you got. Yeah, Lemon going at 91 is absolute craziness. You got a really good wide receiver room. Really good. All right, so we're done at tight end. We're done at wide quarterback. Now we're just loading up at the prime positions, the ones you got to have a lot at. And we're not going to go too rookie heavy because we spent so much at the other capital, like at the other positions. So we're just going to get players that are going to hit the lineup on a week in, week out basis. And then if there's room for Najee, we take Najee. Who else do we have in this lobby? Draft board. Pazman. 99. Search Google for Pazman 99. This. Nobody named Pazman on Google. Donkeyville 76. Search Google. Did not match any documents. Okay. Lenyengo. Search Google. Nope, nothing. Django Njamba. Google did not like your name. Biotech. Search Google. This is not what I asked for. I said search Google. It did not like that search, so it went to Apotech or Aotech. Go ahead. Ooh, Travis Hunter falls to me. I'd take Raheem Shaheed, but what if he doesn't fall? You know what? We're going to pass on Hunter here and hope that he comes back and take Shaheed because of the ADP dip here. And if he falls, he falls. If he doesn't, it wasn't meant to be. We're in a $3 draft. Trevor T. Avery. Search Avery Law Firm, Jacksonville Defense. Was there a J? No, it's a T. That can't be you. Not my guy. Not my guy. Creeks 21. Search Google. Oh, 21 Creek Creations. I'm going to have to go on a limb and say this guy does not play the DFS. Got to assume that is not this person in here. Just trying to know more about my fellow competitors, but nobody lives their life on the internet, I guess. Oh, Travis Hunter goes. Should have taken him. Should have taken him. Who else do we have? Down need quarterback. I like Denzel Boston. We're going to go ahead and take Denzel. Get players I like. Make myself happy. Never fail. He will Sios 1989. I am older than you, unless you graduated in 1989. Sios 1989. Cost of living is what was searched, of course. My guy doesn't realize what he put. Let's see here. What costs $1 or cost of living in 1989? This is Reddit, so it's probably some AI thing. Let's see here. Share this tab instead. New house costs $120,000. Hold it. A 1985 truck, $4,000. How much do things cost in 1989? A new home costs an average of $148,000. That ain't too. I mean, they ain't too far off what I paid for my house. And it wasn't new. The median household income was $28,000. I'll be honest with you, that's all I was making. I was making less than that when I first started working in the industry. And I was making $11 an hour. I was making 50 cents more than I worked at Target. You know what I'm saying? But I had a pension. I had free health insurance. So when they implemented that it was illegal not to have insurance, I mean, like, that changed my life in a negative way. I'm happy for those that got onto that healthcare or whatever and that, needed it, right? Like, good for you. I'm happy you got the help and everything you need. Like, I'm pro do what you got to do to live a happy, healthy life, but 19-year-old Felix did not care about your situation, and that I had to pay $186 a month, when I didn't have a job. I'm at college and I don't know what I got to do, and I have to pay $186 a month for health insurance. That I'm like, what am I supposed to do? So I dropped out of college and I was just working because I had to pay for stuff. Yeah. I have no monies. Take out loans to go to school. So personally, not a big fan of when they were forced to have it. If would have kept living my life without it, I would have been perfectly fine. I wouldn't have had to pay any money because I never went to the doctors those last 20 years. And now that I have free health insurance, I don't mind if I have to go. I haven't gone. I probably should go get my blood drawn, make sure, I don't have cancer, nothing after all these cancer things that people are getting. I should probably go checked out, but yeah, it's kind of crazy. You're forced to have it now. I shouldn't be forced to have anything, but those are my like things. Force anybody to do anything. It's kind of crazy. Unless it's, for the betterment of other people, I guess I get it. So that's a whole nother thing. We need more running backs. We need a lot of running backs, actually. Ray Davis, welcome to the squad. You're next up on my list. Now you're higher than that because I like you the most. How much is a gallon of milk? $2.34. What? How much is a gallon of milk right now? How much does a laptop cost in 1989?
Without modem, 2 megabytes, 40 megabyte hard disk, and $84.99 with. Well, this is equivalent to an IBM AT. This is a 12 megahertz 286. It's got a 287 socket. It's got a 20 megabyte hard drive, a 3.5-inch floppy. This is an EGA compatible screen. It's got 16 grayscales. On the back here, you got all your standard ports. There's external video for an EGA monitor, 2 serial ports. It's also got a space here for a modem, which.
Guys, 11 grand for a laptop. You saw that laptop. 11 grand. What are we doing back then? Who's got this money? You had to be rich to have a computer back then. What are you gonna do? Like, what is your life so important? Ain't nobody streaming to anybody back then. A laptop. Something I spent $100 on for my kids to have at school is 11 grand. And that was like the crappy version. You know what I'm saying? I mean, that's what happened to TVs too, man. Like, they were so expensive back in the day. Like I said, I had to, quit, get a job. And it's like when I was working 3 jobs at one point, and I spent right before I moved in with my wife, or no, it was December before I moved in with my wife. So I was like, I was saving up money because I didn't know what I was going to do with my life. I had just quit school, really had nothing going on in my life, and I had just met my wife, and at that point, girl I just met, and obviously she moved in the next day, and I was already in saving, and I was living a pretty comfy lifestyle, nothing crazy. I was literally paying off my bills, drinking, eating meat, and keeping in shape. Back then I was in good shape. I was boxing. I was, that's what I was doing, right? And then I was saving all my extra money, like my extra tips, like that wasn't going towards bills for a TV. I bought a 40-inch TV, Vizio. I thought I was cream of the crop, It has 1080p. It was 60 hertz back then. That was the best I could afford. The 120 was like another $1,000 or a couple $100, right? $700 after taxes. You know what I'm saying? Like that. And I could barely fit in the car that I was driving. I'd take Najee because, though I don't think Dylan's going to take him, you never know. People out here always taking my Naj from me. I don't know anybody else who's out here in these drafts with me today, but I'm not taking any chances to Minaj in a random BS draft. Yeah. I spent it was like a whole summer's worth of the extra tips. And yes, I spent it all on that TV. And it was a beautiful TV, got it hung up, got it, I love that TV. This is during this same summer. I saw someone put their TV out on their porch. I went up to somebody's porch. I am not shitting you. I am not incriminating myself because I am fairly certain it was put there for a reason. I went up to the porch, took this giant TV off their porch and put it in my car. I didn't ask anybody. I just put it in my car and I drove off. This is like, we're out here and it was an 80-inch TV, you know what I'm saying, kind of size. It was ginormous. It was the old school, so it was like thick. It was a thick boy, and it was heavy. I got it to my house. I got it going on. I plug it in, and it doesn't turn on. I'm like, you got to be kidding me. They probably tricked me so they can get it out of their house. That's all I was thinking. I'll take Jeremy Bernard. He's been falling off my things. People have been taking him. Who do I have at quarterback? I already forgot. Jackson Dart. We have him with Neighbors. I feel pretty good with that. And I'm pretty sure they play each other, so I don't need any bring back. So, why do I always forget who the Jags are playing? Jags week 26. Host Washington. Do I have any Washington? I think I bypassed on a Washington player there. I think it was Antonio Williams I passed on. Oh, well. Wide receiver room is actually really good. Probably should draft another running back. Make it even. Nice little 7-7-3, 3-7-7-3. Let's just start all the players I like. Gordon, Shipley, DJ Geddins. I trust in God, my Savior, who will never fail. I saw on Haskins. What did I see? His son Hall first. I must have missed Haskins because why is he would be down this far? I don't know. I'm just looking, man. What we got down here? Who we got? Mr. Funk, the Funkinator. Get Claiborne. Kevin Harris. I love Kev. Those were where the not Bailey. Who was the Bailey Zappi played on those teams. I thought Kendall Minton might be able to do something, but he just didn't stand out. And that was the talk of last year. Miles Sanders, he's going to get the workload bad. He's going to get a lot of touches. Got 4. Didn't he have a fumble? Fumble lost in that first one. Got 5 in the next one. 9. So he looked like maybe he was. He's got 3, 2, then nothing. Ollie Gordon. That's just God. I think we're gonna call it there. 11:30. Nice to finish there. I should turn this stream off and get the adjusted ranks in. That's what I should do. So that is what I'm going to do. Thank you, Dennis, for telling me. Dylan, thank you, Dylan, for telling me who they play. Appreciate that. Houston, Dallas, and Washington. That's a pretty tough start. So it's definitely, if you do take a lot of Lawrence, I do think you should have at least 2 other quarterbacks just on the offset chance that the Houston defense is amazing again. That way you can get a low-owned Trevor Lawrence to the finals. If you get Trevor Lawrence, I do think you should grab a third, not just a second, a third, because it might be that other player has a tough week. You might need that other third quarterback. So I do recommend 3 quarterbacks for Trevor Lawrence. All righty. We completed this team. I don't feel like reading it back to you. If you pay attention, you watch. Actually, if you're watching, I'm going to show the team. I don't feel like reading it. The voice is a little tired. So we will go through the squad. You can look at it here. And through there. Stay for the half a second that I'm here. If you guys want to, I will. You know what I will do? I will read Dennis's team. I will read Dylan's team real quick. Dylan went JSN, Derrick Henry, Rashid Rice, T. Higgins, T. Mac, Joe Burrow, Ramondre, Malachi Lemon, Brock Purdy, Jordan Mason, Isaiah Likely, Keaton Mitchell, Bryce Young, Dalton Schultz, Jonah Coleman, Dijon Stribling, Freiermuth, George Holani, Keyshawn Booty, Jalen Noel. I mean, I take a lot of Noel, Booty, and Holani, so those are great picks to me. I don't take a lot of Pat Freiermuth, but I'm usually done at tight end by that point. It's a good pick, consider you're drafting late tight ends. Your quarterback room is good. Your running back room is great. All things considered, that what you got at it. And your wide receiver room wins this league's room. You have the best room out here with those 2. Technically, they should be 3rd round to early 4th round players. You got them in the mid 4th and mid 5th. So great job there, buddy. I this year, you had good teams last year. Clearly, you got a top. I don't remember where you finished, but let's just say top 50 team. You had one of the best teams last year, and all I'm seeing is you draft more amazing teams this year. Keep it up. You might, if I was to put money, you're probably gonna be one of the top contenders. I would say is gonna win one of these. I've seen nothing but great teams out of you. So keep it up. Keep it up, buddy. Yeah. So who knows what days I'll be on, but when I am on, it will be 9:30 to 11:30. We'll try to get so I can go to bed around before 12. So that's the goal. Go to bed before 12. If things head that direction where it's a little bit later, that's fine. If I get off a little bit earlier, that's fine. But 9:30-ish is going to be the regular time that I'm on, except on Thursdays where I will be on roughly 8 to 8:30 with JSU. Typically, I like to start at 8:30. He's been starting early anyways, so I just jump in whenever he's doing drafts and whatnot. So, we're doing our best to collab as much as possible, especially on my side. I love JSU. I love talking with other people that have crazy different opinions than how I like to play it. I think that creates good show, good we're not remotely similar in a lot of aspects. That we are both high on the Chargers and the Bears, but I think we kind of end there with our what we like the most and how we like the attack strategies. And I think It's okay to attack best ball in different ways. Like there is no perfect way. We both agree that ranks are important. There's other streamers and content creators that say ranks don't mean anything. I think ranks are more important than ADP. I will say that. So for those that say ranks don't matter, they do. And that ADP matters, it doesn't. At the end of the day, ADP doesn't give a fuck if the players that you're drafting, if you get all this ADP value, yes, you're more likely to get a bunch of good players. But if you're drafting a bunch of ADP fallers that are just shit players, you just drafted a bunch of shit players. So like, don't always take. I'm personally a person that falls for this. Is that like, yeah, he's falling, but does he fit your team? You have to go through those questions. So always keep mindful of that. But ADP does not exist. It is a thing that is in people's heads at that current moment. That is what is currently there. Does not mean it's going to finish there. It does not. ADP doesn't matter at all. Anyways, I got on this little diatribe. I'm trying to get out of here. It has been fun. It has been real. It has been real fun. Later, guys.